You can wash a pig, make it clean, neat, almost perfect. But the moment you let it go, it runs straight back into the mud. Not out of stubbornness, not out of stupidity, but because that's its nature. A frog carries a scorpion across the river. It understands the risk. It hopes that this time will be different. And still, it gets stung. Why? Because the scorpion cannot act any other way. It does what it is. Here's a truth that's hard to accept. You cannot convince someone with facts if they are not ready to accept them. You can argue, you can explain calmly and logically, you can point out what's obvious, but if the mind is closed, none of it matters. The problem is not information. The problem is how it's perceived. There are people for whom truth feels like a threat to their beliefs, to their familiar world, to their sense of comfort, and instead of questioning themselves, they reject reality itself. Ignorance is not just a lack of knowledge. Very often, it's a choice not to think, a choice not to question, a choice to stay within what feels familiar. Some people live in the shadows and accept it as normal, and when light appears, they don't move toward it. They turn away, because light destroys illusions, and for them, illusions feel safer. And that's why there are people you will never be able to change. Not because you are weak, not because you failed to explain, but because they have already made their choice. A choice in favor of comfortable illusion, a choice in favor of familiar mud, a choice in favor of darkness. And no matter how hard you try to pull them out, they will keep going back, again and again. Because for them, it's not a fall, it's where they belong.